Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Kingdom Death Monster 1.5. So, just a minor correction on the last showdown that we did against the Screaming Antelope. The last attack I actually did with Ringo was in the blind spot, which she can't do because of Honorable. But I still rolled the 7 for the attack, the final attack that hit, so it wouldn't have made a difference. So, no real big changes there. I'll probably reply to the comment that obviously will mention it. But yeah, so that happened. Obviously, I mentioned before that whoever I was going to take with the heavy gear was going to be the one I did the Endeavor with. It's just easier to kind of sort things out that way for me, just simply because I'm juggling so much at once by myself. Same thing for like just dealing with figuring out who do I want to give the Insanity to for drums. Originally, I gave it to Rayson, but I ended up actually changing my mind. So those last 2 Endeavors, which I used to give +2 Insanity twice, I went ahead and gave it to Tojiko here. Tojiko is our newest character, by the way. So she's starting out with 5 Strength, 1 Accuracy, 2 Evasion, and the drums gave her additional 4 Insanity. She has 1 Understanding, 3 in Guitar, so she's specialized, and starts with 1 Survival and a reroll. Rayson, we've already used her reroll, but she does have Rhythm Chaser, 1, 3, 2, Understanding, 1 pip in bow. I don't expect her to live very long, but it is what it is. And the reason why I decided to give it to Tojiko instead is because Rayson, just how the gear grids kind of came out, Rayson's going to have the leather mask, so she's going to get 2 Insanity anyway on departure. So she should be fine. We're taking Renezuki, so we can get him more experience, and also I also gave him the Bone Sickle, since he's essentially immune to Apathetic. So I want him to be the one that actually does the explore the swamp or explore the marsh or whatever it's called. And then of course we got Ringo here. She's going to hold on to the bone pick for now. Everyone has Dried Acanthus, so we're good on that front. So with the Dried Acanthus alone, that's enough to get 6 Departing Survival. So everyone should be maxed out just from that. So I'm going to go ahead and just max everyone out at 7. And anyone that's a Rhythm Chaser, I'm going to go ahead and give an Evasion token, just a note. And then Rayson's going to depart with 2 Insanity because of the leather mask. And that should be it. Yeah, I think that's everything. We're going to be trying out the Blood Paint Lion, Beast, Guitar, Beacon, Shield combination and see how that works out. Being able to surge and activate the Beacon Shield to block 2. Most shields usually have block 1, but Beacon Shields have block 2, which means they just ignore 2 hits, which is pretty amazing. The only catch is I have to kind of do it ahead of time. I can't just assume that. I have to essentially assume that I'm going to get hit in order for me to take advantage of it. But other than that, I think it's pretty awesome. Anyway, I've already set up the order. Obviously, we're going to be going up against another Screaming Antelope. I'm going to go ahead and I don't have anything else for the Heat Wave here. The only restriction is we can't depart with heavy gear, but the only person that's going to be able to depart is the person that did Fine Fluid, which is going to be Tojiko. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Don't need to shuffle that, actually. Actually, what I can do... Well, I'll wait until combat for that. Fighting Arts, Disorders, Screaming Antelope Resources. I need to actually put this back and shuffle a bunch. And then... Okay, that should be everything. And then this just goes with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive right into this. Tojiko will go first. Go ahead and activate Herb Gathering. Same thing as before. I'm just going to roll 4d10 for each of them. That's a duplicate. Alright, so the first and the second have duplicates. The middle 2 do not. So it's totaling up to, it looks like 43. So I'll pull up Herb Gathering real quick and just go from there. Should be right here. Okay. So 43. Gain a fresh Acanthus Strange Resource. All survivors gain +1 survival. So everyone gains survival, but they're all maxed out, so it doesn't matter. And we do get a fresh Acanthus. And I will give this to Renezuki since he's the one that has the sickle. I'm just seeing if there's anything else of note I really want to point out for the gear. I think we're okay. Yeah, it looks like we're alright. Okay. So that resolves that. Next is going to be Racing. Let's bring her to front. And we'll reveal our first Antelope encounter. Grazing fields. Oh, wow, we got literally the same thing before. Alright, we do get another first Acanthus, and we have to do a hunt event. No one needs to eat anything because everyone's at full health. So yeah, we'll just do a D100 event and get started. This time I actually remembered to open the thing. Look, it's open. It's like I'm prepared. Antler gouged. A great battle for dominance between two enormous antelopes has left the stone-faced ground gouged with crisscrossing scars. Each survivor rolls 1d10. Torn muscle. Are you kidding me? Alright. I'm going to roll 4d10. It's going to be in the order of the tabs above. So Renazuki, Ringo, Tojiko, and Racing in that order. Okay. So Renazuki, nothing. Tojiko, nothing. Racing gets a Founding Stone gear that she does actually have room for, so that's amazing. Alright, and then Ringo is going to suffer a torn muscle, which all that's going to do is it's going to eat her Acanthus. Which is a little annoying, but it could have been worse, I guess. So that is it. That was Antler Gouge. And I don't think there's anything special as far as, yeah, it's just the standard 1d10. Founding Stones are pretty rare, so definitely a good find. And luckily it was on a person that didn't have to discard anything. So that's good. Alright, next it's going to be Ringo doing a D100 event. Let's bring her to front. There we go. So D100. 88. The sword and the statue. Okay, so this is the way you can get the Muramasa. A one-eyed statue, twice as tall as any man, sits before a great anvil with a hammer in each of its 6 hands. Transfixed, the survivors watch the statue beat a red-hot sword that lies across the anvil. Each survivor, starting with the event revealer and proceeding clockwise, may make one attempt to grab the sword from the anvil. If they do, they gain +1 courage, roll 1d10, add their hunt experience to their roll. So I need 14 plus to actually get anything from this. The event revealer is Ringo right now. Ringo has 5 experience, so she would have to roll a 9 to actually do this. Needless to say, you can die, which would not be able to be stopped. So you can suffer dismemberment, and you can also just avoid the strike and not get wrecked. Her losing an arm wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's not something I exactly want to just do. So I'm gonna pass on Ringo. It's gonna be Tojiko next. Tojiko has 0 experience, so there's 0 chance that she could get the Muramasa. So at best, I could try to roll high just to not die, and then get, +1 courage. But that's about it. Racing, same boat, no experience. So that leaves Renazuki, who has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has 9, which means there's 0 chance of anything bad happening to him. So essentially, it's free for him to get that +1 courage. Now the Muramasa. I have never gotten the Muramasa ever. Rear gear. Muramasa. So this is the Muramasa. When a critical wound with this weapon, gain 2 bleed tokens, so it hurts yourself if you crit with it. It is 6 speed, 6 accuracy, 6 strength. It is frail, sharp, sentient, deadly 2, and unique. I believe sentient means you have to be insane to use it. It is 2-handed, finesse, other, katana, melee, and weapon. Deadly 2 means you gain 2. Excuse me. You have 2 luck. Unique means you can only get 1. Sharp means you roll an additional 1d10 on your strength check for causing wounds. And frail means whenever you hit something that's super dense, it will break. So, pretty awesome. I'll go for it. Why not? if I pick it up, I might just get rid of a cat eye circlet because we don't need to. We honestly don't need to. So yeah, so let me count this up. I believe it was 9. 3, 6. Oh, actually, I can mouse over it. Yeah, 9. So 1d10 plus 9. We'll see what we get. 17. I believe that's enough. That's enough to get the Muramasa. Also, he's going to get +1 courage. And your speed is legendary. Gain the Muramasa rare gear in this event. So the moment that you get the Muramasa, it just ends it. So that's another benefit of going last, I guess. So you can ensure everyone else gets a turn to, lose their arms. So that means we get a Muramasa. So I believe it's unique, but I don't think it is. It's not irreplaceable. It's been a while since I've done these keywords here. So I'm going to take a look at the unique keyword and see what it does again. I'm pretty sure it just means you can only get one, but I'm going to check to see if you can lose it. Yeah, you only have one copy. Sentient means survivor must be insane to activate it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the cat eye circlet because I won't be able to use it for combat, which kind of sucks. But I want that Muramasa. It's a katana, by the way, which means it doesn't actually fall under any sort of weapon specialization. Eventually, I don't think the expansions even added either. No, the expansions add only scythe. They don't add katana. So you can never get better with it. That being said, though, freaking Muramasa, that thing is that's a weapon there. Anyway, that is it for that event. So then it goes straight to Renazuki doing the next Antelope event. Vomit Pile. The survivors find half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Each survivor may scavenge, gain +1 courage, and roll on the table. So there's a chance you can lose all your consumable gear from this, which kind of sucks. But if no one scavenges at all, you're going to have to roll a random hunt event. I do want the plus courage. We'll start with the event revealer. I don't think you have anything of note. The only consumable you have is Drydacanthus. That's fine. Yeah, that'll give him +1 courage and bring him up even higher on that. Gain 1 understanding and random. Yeah, I do want the resources. So yeah, I'll go for it. 1d10. Worst case scenario is I lose the Drydacanthus. I don't lose the Drydacanthus. Instead, I get +1 survival, which doesn't do anything for him. Plus courage. Alright, next is Ringo. I do want to go for it because this will trigger Bold. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of Bold first. 1d10. 6. Let me open my book and open Bold again. This is during the hunt events. +1 understanding for Ringo. I am prepared. Okay. Alright, and then I'll roll for the actual search. 10. The antelope is clearly sick, vomiting up pieces of itself. Gain +1 understanding and a random screaming antelope resource. I've already shuffled this, but I'll shuffle it one more time and then draw. Dealt. Alright, and another +1 understanding. Perfect. Next is Tojiko. I do kind of want the plus courage, so I'll go for it. Worst case scenario is she'll lose her Drydacanthus. 1d10. 9. That is another random resource. And a large flat tooth on top of that, so +1 insanity to the target of my choice. I'm going to pick Tojiko. And then, so I already did the plus courage, now plus understanding. There we go. Takes care of that. And then, last one would be Racing here. She can potentially lose Monster Grease and Drydacanthus here. But I do kind of want my, like I said, I want my plus courage. So plus courage, roll 8. Plus 1 survival. Okay, so that's all she gets there. Still, getting 2 resources out of that was very, very good, nice. So 14 left in the deck. Okay, that takes care of that. At least one person search, so we don't have to worry about the hunt event. All right, next we do a random standard event. D100. 82. A lot of high numbers, just like last time. Consuming grass. Oh boy. Vibrant green grass grows in patches ahead of the survivors. Closer inspection of the delicate leaves reveals they are as sharp as any blade. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or survivors in case of ties, becomes a straggler. As the survivors carefully pick their way past the verdant hazards, the straggler stumbles into the brush. They roll 1d10. If any survivor has a whip, a hasty tether is made. Add plus 4 to your roll. Okay. Alright. So I got to roll. So same thing as before. Actually, I don't think I can do the same thing as before. No, I cannot. Alright. So Ringo and Rinazuki have prepared. So we'll just do this. Literally, Rinazuki. That's Rinazuki. He's at 10. Ringo gets plus 5. 8. Wow, these are bad rolls. And then Tojiko and Raisin. So Tojiko is the straggler. I'll roll 1d10 for her next. 2. Well, so my choices are... so 2 through 9, I have to... you fall but manage to interpose something between the grass and your bare skin. Either archive 1 gear of your choice from your gear grid to protect yourself, or treat this result as if you rolled a 1. And then down here is... You land in the grass patch. As you climb out, you realize it's too late. Parts of your body that touch the ground have spreaded with sharp blades of grass. Any attempt to remove them only spread them further over your body. During the showdown, you are never a threat. Ignore any effect that would make you a threat, even the white lion sniff. At the end of the showdown, your body blossoms into a hole of immaculate green grass. Dead. Geez, newbies are just getting wrecked here. So I have to get rid of a piece of gear. And I just closed the freaking hunt event thing again, because I'm good at that. So, the question is what do I get rid of? Really, there's not really a choice here. I have to get rid of the dried acanthus. I'm not going to get rid of the beacon shield. I'm obviously not getting rid of blood paint. I mean, I could get rid of blood paint. It's tempting to get rid of blood paint. But I'll go dried acanthus. And that'll help everything else. Alright, that is it for that event. I don't think there's anything else of note. Let me be right back real quick. Okay. So yeah, consuming grass, which was definitely killed in a different way. Yep, nothing else of note. Alright, next it goes to Raisin, another standard hunt event, D100. 9. Okay. All the way back up top. Golden light. Golden light blinds the survivors, stopping them in their tracks. The light shines from a single source. The event revealer is compelled to investigate. They gain plus 1 courage and roll 1d10. If the event revealer is blind, they walk in the wrong direction and gain plus 3 insanity. She is not blind, so I gotta do an investigate, which she doesn't have explore, so she doesn't get any bonuses. She does get plus 1 courage. And then does an investigation roll. Okay, so roll 1d10. 3. Gain 1 random disorder. The light is overpowering. Your fragile mind cannot understand the soundless words. Gain 1 random disorder. Okie dokie then. Hoarder. You compulsively collect and stash anything you get your hands on. Every little bit you add to your secret hoard makes your existence feel more real. Whenever you are a returning survivor, archive 1 resource gained from the last showdown and gain plus 1 courage. Always fun, though it does kind of add up when you constantly have to pay a 1 resource tax for a certain character. Which is, of course, someone that has the bow, but that's fine. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been freaking consuming grass. Alright. So that takes care of all of that. Next, it is Overwhelming Darkness, which is not actually an event reveal, so we will go ahead and just go straight into it. So we have Song of the Brave, which means we can automatically just do Path of the Brave, which is amazing. Like I said, that is a really good innovation to get. Just to confirm, we'll zoom in. Yeah, during the Overwhelming Darkness story event, each non-death survivor may select the Path of the Brave. Okay. Well, no one is deaf, so everyone can do Path of the Brave, which makes this a lot easier. So I'm going to just roll 40-10 in the order of the tabs above, and go from there. So usually to do Path of the Brave, you have to have 3+ courage, and you can't be insane, which, good luck trying to avoid being insane. So 40-10. Wow, that is some rolls. Okay, so the one result is you find a half-dead survivor covered in translucent moths. Ignore them, losing 1 courage, or spend all your survival to save them, gaining +1 population. Renizuki can't spend survival, so he's going to lose 1 courage. Alright, we'll take care of Ringo next. With your lantern held high, you cut a path through this teeming darkness. Suffer 1 event damage to your arms. It always has to be the arms. So 1 event damage to the arms. Tojiko. I've already learned my lesson about going to a fight with no survival. So yeah, I'm just going to lose the courage. I don't want a repeat of last time, where I literally had nothing to dodge with. And then for Racing, it's 1 damage to the arms. Of course, it's her unarmored location. Alright, and that takes care of Overwhelming Darkness. A lot easier when you have Song of the Brave. Alright, next. Mineral Gathering. So, we do have a pickaxe. We'll roll 1d10. 5. That is actually a result that doesn't actually, mess me up anymore. Mineral Gathering. 5. Gain a basic... gain a Broken Lantern basic resource. A sudden rock slide catches you off guard. Suffer 2 event damage to a random hit location. Who's the one that has the pickaxe right now? It is Ringo, so it's actually pretty safe on her. So 1d6. Takes 2 damage to the waist. Good job. Alright, and then we get a Broken Lantern, so we'll just pull this out of the deck. Good stuff. Also, return Hoarder, please. There we go. Alright, so shuffle, all good. And then next, that resolves Mineral Gathering, goes to Renizuki, who's going to reveal the next Antelope event. The last one, possibly. Carpet of Ticks. Oh, great, this one is awful. The ground is covered with carpet of huge writhing ticks. Each survivor must try to fend off the swarm. Roll 1d10, add your hunt experience to the result. On a result of 6+, you successfully smash the ticks away in a shower of gore. Otherwise, on a result below 6, the ticks make you sick. Reduce your survival to 0. Roll 1d10. On a roll of 8+, suffer -1 permanent strength. Alright, Renizuki and Ringo cannot fail it. Their stats are high enough, their experience is high enough that they always get a minimum of 6. In the case of Renizuki, he gets a minimum of 10. So it's going to be Tojiko and Racing. So, freaking Tojiko, and then Racing. Okay, so Tojiko is going to end up losing all of her survival if I don't do something. The only thing she could possibly do is re-roll it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And then we have to roll 1d10 again and see if she suffers -1 permanent strength. I mean, she has the extra stat from bed. Okay, she doesn't lose it. She doesn't lose the +1 permanent strength. She doesn't suffer strength loss, which is good. Bad news is her survival is now 0. Yeah. That's one of the nastier events why people probably don't like hunting antelopes, because you could potentially just lose strength. Getting that in the early game where you just literally lose all your survival and you get -1 strength, making it harder to actually wound a thing, is just a special level of hell. Anyway, good news is we are finally at the Antelope. And overall, we got the Muramasa and 3 other resources and 2 acanthus plants. Certainly could have been a lot worse. So I'm not too bothered by it. So we need to do terrain. Oh, great, the acanthus plants. So we got all 4 acanthus plants and a topple pillar. Oh, wait, sorry, I did this in the wrong order. The reason why it's in the wrong... I have to actually pull out the cards first. So I actually have to go in here and get the bug patch and the 3 cards. That does actually influence the results, so that's why I'm rewinding it. And I caught it in time, obviously. So yeah. So first we do this. Pull out the stuff that's already active. Shuffle, then draw 2. Giant stone face and tall grass. I actually don't like... I used to like getting tall grass. Now it's just a bother because I can't... These fights I can't stay stationary, so being in the tall grass doesn't really help me much. But the giant stone face can help. Sort of. Gives you +2 range and +2 accuracy when you're standing on top of it. But only for ranged weapons, which, funny enough, arrows don't count as ranged weapons. Technically, they don't even count as weapons. So we get a giant stone face and some tall grass. Not a huge deal. So, like before, I'm going to get position in a way so I can get that bug patch as soon as possible. Racing is the only one that has survival besides Ringo. So that's something to be aware of. Yeah, this can get ugly quick. Alright. Giant stone face, be there. Why not? Put you there, and I don't know, right here. There we go. That's something. All right, so let's form the deck. 22 hit locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 advanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're gonna watch me count. Alright, 15 cards as like before. And then grab the Antelope basic card. Grab that. Okay, so we got that going for us. Antelope does go first. Monster controller is Tojiko. And yeah, let's get started. Oh, actually, on arrival, Ringo will get 3 insanity. Because of her leggings. Oh, and speaking of, I need to actually get the final acanthus plant. So we'll do that. And that works. That's a thing that can happen. So acanthus plants have to be 6 spaces away from other acanthus plants. So it'd be what, there? Okay, this works. So we'll get the acanthus plants, get that up and running, and make our way to that bug patch. Alright, monster will go first as usual. I've already shuffled this. I'll shuffle it one more time. Shuffle this one more time. Okay. First card. Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range. No target, graze. No one is in range. Yeah, no one's in range, so it's going to graze. So it's going to go here and grab this. And chomp it up. And then it's going to do Diabolical and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that is it for that. It is now our turn. So yeah, even though there's not really a range for the Intimidate, you still have to go buy stuff that's moving range for the pick target. So that actually worked out for us. Next, it is now our turn. Racing, of course, is not in the best position. Alright. So what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to fire an arrow. Accuracy is 6. 5 because Racing has 1 accuracy. Oh, also, Quixotic should have triggered, I think. Let me check real quick. If you're insane when you depart... Oh, it's when you depart, so he should have actually gotten this already. There you go. +1 strength. Okay, next, we'll fire the arrow. 1d10, hits on 5s. That is a miss. I'm not going to reroll, and other than that, you're good to go. I'm not going to worry about you. Next, it is Rinazuki. So I'm going to go ahead and move him. He only has 3 movement because he is missing a leg. 1, 2. It's going to make. He has the counterweight axe, so it has reach. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't think he has any plus speed, does he? No, he has minus luck, which is fine. 1 accuracy. Okay, so he hits on 5s. So 2d10 hits on 5s. 1 hit. Top card. Okay, not a big deal. Strength of the axe is 4. His strength is 4, and he has a token, so that brings up to 5. So it'll be a total of +9. So 1d10 +9. Or +4 +5 if you want to go that way. Alright, that is a wound to that first location. And that will actually get him to 6 proficiency in axe, which will be nice. That is it for him. He can't actually surge or anything like that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and have Tojiko go around. And she's going to activate Blood Paint. So she's going to do 2 separate attacks, one with Lion Beast Guitar and the other with Beacon Shield. So, I'll start with the Lion Beast Guitar. She is wearing the full set, so it's going to be 3 speed. She has 1 accuracy, so that brings it from 7 to 6. She's in the blind spot, so it brings it down to 5s. 2 perfect hits. I don't think she actually has anything special for perfect hits. She doesn't. Alright, top 2 cards. Didn't mean to grab that card. Alright, Pallet and Restless Chest. So, alright, so if I fail the Pallet, there's a chance I can suffer 3 damage to the arm location, which could potentially sever her arm. So for that one, I'm probably going to target that one first. Yeah, I'm going to target that one first. So, 1d10 +3 for the weapon, +2 because of the armor set and using a guitar. And then she has 5 strength on top of it. Lion Beast guitars are deadly, so she has +1 luck. That's a wound to the palate. Okay, next will be the Restless Chest. That is a failed wound to the Restless Chest, which actually is kind of good. That means it doesn't move away. I could have done it in the other order and used the specialization to avoid the runaway, but I did not want to risk losing the arm. It's just because, yeah. I mean, Tojiko has enough to soak the hit, but that's still, it's too early for that stuff. Next is the Beacon Shield. It's just going to be 1 attack. I hit on its 6 base, and then I'm in the blind spot, and I have 1 accuracy, so it's going to hit on 4s. So 1d10. Alright, perfect hit with the Beacon Shield. Top card. I was expecting this at some point. Alright, knockback 5 and suffers 4 brain damage. This is why I gave her all that insanity. It's going to send her back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll slide forward. Alright. Unfortunately, the only person that has the rawhide set is the person that can't actually get any survival. That's okay. Alright, she's been knocked down. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Did 2 wounds so far. The Stomp and Snort is something I'm going to be a little concerned about, to be honest. Alright. So next I'm going to use Ringo. just shout her back up with Encourage. She does have Leader, but that's not going to really help her in this case. Because, one, she's not in range for anything unless I start... Well, she can't dash either, so... Oh, yeah, actually, she can't even dash. I still want her on her feet, though. And then... Oh, yeah, and she doesn't have Rhythm Chaser, so it doesn't matter there. Fighting Arts, there it is. Leader... Yeah, +1 speed token until end of round, doesn't matter. Okay. Once per hunt phase, you may inspire another survivor that use your understanding and courage to resolve a hunt or story event. Oh. Well, that's only for... Okay, it doesn't include experience. Okay, so she's back on her feet. I'm not going to worry about the speed token. Next, I'll go ahead and have Ringo take her actions. So it's going to be... I'm going to search the Acanthus nearby, 2d10 plus 2. Gets the fresh Acanthus, obviously. Oh wait, she doesn't have the scythe. So the total is actually 5. 5 is +1 survival. Yeah, I forgot the bone sickle is on Renazuki right now. So still get the survival back. I'm now going to spend it to dash. Or sorry, I'm not going to spend it to dash. I'm going to spend it to search, but after I move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll search the current slot. So 1d10 plus 2. Alright, now I get a fresh Acanthus. Okay, takes care of that. I'll put that away. Alright, and the only thing I could do now is try to I could try to surge with Racin, but that's not going to do anything. I mean, she could throw a Founding Stone, but I don't want to waste that. So, yeah, Monster Controller goes to Racin. It's now the monster's turn. Not the best start, but it's a start. Ram. Furthest threat in range. It had to be this. That's, of course... Who do you think it is? It's our newbie. Alright. So the question is there anything I could do to stop this? And the answer is no. So this is going to hurt. A lot. This is literally the same. This is literally a replay of last time. The second card was Ram. So 2 speed because it has +1 speed because it's a level 2, and Dojiko only has a total 2 evasion, so it hits on 4s. I can't block because Beacon Shield. I could have activated it. I guess I could have blocked. I don't know. I mean, it would have just meant I would have gotten the trap card next round, I guess. But oh well, let's just get killed. 2d10. Only 1 hit. What's the location? The waist. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 damage to the waist. Needless to say, that's going to result in this knockdown, and just like last time, it's to the waist. So see what happens. 7. Okay, didn't die this time. Everything else though is really bad though. So severe injuries, waist 7. Broken hip. Your hip is dislocated. You can no longer dodge. Oh my god. Suffer -1 permanent movement. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain a bleed token. Does anyone have freaking hemophobia? No. Okay. Bleed token. Broken hip. -1 movement. Can't dodge. Oh, I can't. It doesn't actually let me remove dodge. It's actually not a button. Alright. Now, I think broken hip can be cured. Yes, it can. It can be cured with bed rest. I just have to survive long enough to get bed rest. Oh, this is awful. Alright. Good news is she already got her guitar proficiency, so all we have to do is just get her away from the fight and just have her pick plants or something. Bad news is she's on the ground again, and it's diabolical time. And so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and do another damage. Okay, to the body. So it's going to do 2 damage to her body. Alright. So that happened. It's now our turn. Renezuki can't do much. He can only move 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll have Ringo shout up Tojiko. Tojiko is going to go around and pick a plant. 8. I believe 8 is a fresh acanthus. It is. So fresh acanthus, archive this to fully heal 1 hit location, including injury levels and armor points. I'm actually going to use the fresh acanthus to get back her, to restore her. It won't cure the injury, but it'll cure everything else. So there you go, and it won't cure the bleed. So got a fresh acanthus. I used it immediately. I think that's the first time I've ever used a fresh acanthus in combat. But that was worth it. Okay. Next is I'm gonna go ahead and do Ringo's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Search the bug patch plus 2. 12. That's gonna be a random vermin resource. Cyclops fly. Not useful. Okay. And then she's going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Search that, and then she's going to surge. Grab the plant. 1d10 plus 2. Alright, that gets the fresh acanthus. So now we're back up to 4 acanthus plants. She's nearly out of freaking survival, so it's probably not. So it's kind of a waste, but still, something. Racing will go ahead and move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just seeing where I can move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just search this plant. So 1d10, no bonuses. 4 is nothing, and it just gets archived. Okay. Alright, then that is it. I'm not going to do any other surges or anything like that. Renezuki is now the monster controller. New phase. Bolt. Closest knockdown survivor. No one's knocked down. Furthest threat in range. So it specifically doesn't say line of sight, so being behind this stone thing doesn't actually help. So 9. Alright, furthest threat in range is technically based off the movement, I believe. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say hi to Tojiko again. Hi, Tojiko. And then it's going to be 2d10. Yeah, 2d10 hits on force. Can't dodge, don't have survival, doesn't matter. Alright, 1 hit. To the body. So, body armor's gone. Then it's going to bolt away from full move away from all survivors. I think that's this way. Yeah, that's technically furthest away. It's kind of hard to say. Everything moves me closer, technically, before I move away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just do this way. Go with that. Alright. Then it's going to diabolical, but it's just going to go in a straight line again, and nothing will happen. Okay. It is now our turns. You are out of range, I'm guessing. Yep, you are. Of course you are. And Ringo is out of range. And I can't attack that way. Let's, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's a dash to there. So Ringo will lose another survival, and then she's going to attack. So 2 attacks, hitting on 6s. 1 perfect hit. On a perfect hit, it gets a -1 speed token until end of round, or end of turn. So I'll go ahead and mark that with a blue dot. And then nothing else of note. So yeah, we'll reveal the top card. I am fairly certain I shuffled this. I did, so oh great. So Ringo, you're going to take 4 insanity. Go flying this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to lose Rhythm Chaser. Because of course you will. And it's just going to turn away from all survivors. What was it? Directly away from the attacker. So it's going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This sucks. Alright. Racing, go. I'm going to spend an action to get on top of the stone face. Tojiko, get there. Renazuki, go here. Alright. This is such a pain in the ass. I hate... This is why people... This is also another reason why no one wants to fight this thing, because it just runs around everywhere. But it gives better it gives more loot than the White Lion does. Alright. So we'll shuffle this again. We'll see if we get the same thing again. Monster Controller should be... Yeah, it should be on Ringo now. Top card. Alright. All non-death survivors suffer 1 brain damage. Okay. No longer insane. Okay, next. All knockdown survivors within zone of death. All standing survivors in zone... Okay, so nothing else happens, because no one's in the zone of death. I don't think they are. Nope, just out of range. Okay, next it's going to do... Diabolical, which technically goes out full distance. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is it. Blue dot goes away. If I get another, if the top card is freaking the trap again, I'm reshuffling it. Just going to say that right now. Because it's getting a little bit of bullshit right now. So, bow's range is 6. It's now our turn. I'm going to go ahead and fire the bow. Bow has 6 range. I'm on top of the stone face. Haven't used this in forever. 2 range, so it's now 8 range, and I have +2 accuracy. On top of Racin's 1 accuracy, so I hit on 4s. So I'll fire an arrow, hits on 4s. Or fire the bow, rather. I don't think Racin has speed, do you? You do not. Alright, 2d10. I do hit on 4s, so I did hit once. She's not specialized, so it doesn't matter about anything else. Okay, pallet. I'm not adjacent to the monster, so there's no danger there. Racin has 3 strength. Bow has 3 strength, so it's going to be 1d10 plus 6. Alright, still a wound. Good job. And you get your bow proficiency. Good for you. Fortunately, that is pretty much all you're going to be doing. Alright, next. This is a bit dangerous, but I think I'm going to have to do it. Well, it's either that or I search the plants. I think I might search the plants. I think that's what I'm going to do. Search those plants. 1d10. 1 damage to the arms. Good job. Alright. 1 plant left. I can't search because she doesn't have anything, so run up. I'm going to say hi to this thing. 2d10, hitting on 6s, I think. Both missed. I'm not going to search, and it's going to be monster's turn. This is getting really bad. I can't hit the guy, for one thing. And I've hit 2 traps already. Back kick in blind spot in range, closest threat in range. Turn monster so target is in blind spot. Okay, so it's going to turn around and hoof backwards. Okay, accuracy is 3. I have 1 evasion on Ringo, or sorry, 2 evasions. That brings it up to 5. And she has monster grease and the green connection and 3 green affinities, so that brings it up to 7. So 2d10. Of course. Of course. Why not? Why not just hit twice? 2d6. Legs and chest. It's going to do 4 damage, because it's plus 1 damage. So I'll take 4 damage to the legs, and I guess I'll dodge the body one. Alright. Great. Well, it's now our turn. I'll go ahead and move around and attack with Ringo first. She has yet to actually hit this thing. 2 hits this time. Oh, of course. You know, why not? Why not hit the trap a 3rd time? Alright, so this is going to make her trauma. There's no avoiding that, so let's see what I get. Does this kill me? Doesn't kill me. Just makes me wish I was. Flee, you are knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. Gain 1d5 insanity. Alright, well I can't move into the monster, so she'll stay in place, because that is the closest board edge. Actually, is it a straight line? Yeah, it's knockback, so she'll just stay in place. And then she gets 1d5 insanity and knockdown. Alright, gets 4 insanity, so she's back to being insane. This sucks. Just gotta say, this sucks. Like, this is our 3rd trap. And we've done 3 wounds to this thing. And my cat is being really annoying. Which is not helping. Alright, we're done with the bug patches. Put that away. Alright, so you're knocked down. Oh, actually, you still suffered knockback 5 from the other thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least you're in the tall grass. It's also going to turn directly away from the attacker and go this way. So we're good on that front, I guess. Oh, actually, I completely forgot. I forgot about Diabolical. Yeah, I forgot about Diabolical. So I would have done. It would have been this, because I would first have to. I would have to dash. Actually, so I forgot about Diabolical. That's what I forgot, guys. So originally it was set up like this. So what would have ended up happening, what would have been, it would have turned around and dashed through. I would have taken the hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. Knock her down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I would have, Racing could have shouted her back up. And then do this, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would have turned this way for the trap card. We'll do it that way. Technically, I probably would have tried to avoid the Diabolical instead, but that was my bad. And at this point, this might be our first hunt that will fail, because there's no chance. I can't hit the thing if every time I draw the first card is the trap card. which the game is designed literally to hate you. So literally, if it's like, oh, you drew 5 trap cards, well, that's too bad. But still pretty kind of bullshit. All right. So Ringo's knocked down. No surprise there. Tojiko, search the plant. Well, that's nothing. So I guess that's the good news. Bad news is that means she's getting no survival this run. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Yeah, he'll stay in place. Racing will stay in place. Actually, I'll activate the rawhide headband and take a look at the top 2. Okay. Yeah, I'll go in this order, I guess. Alright. Not really best options there. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. Monster Controller is going to shift. And it's going to go to racing. So Chowdown is going to get discarded and do basic action because there's no Acanthus plants left. Basic action is going to target the closest knockdown survivor in range, which is going to be, of course, you. And it's going to be 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Or sorry, hitting on 6s. Only 1 hit. To the arms. So Ringo's going to take 2 damage to the arms. It's then going to... is it a random target? Random survivor. Okay. 1 will be Ringo, 2 will be Renazuki. Okay, it's going to be Ringo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then another 2 damage to the body. And she's already knocked down, so she'll get back up this round. Yeah. Okay. It's our turn, and this thing is just constantly just running at us at this point. I can't attack it because it's going to be in the blind spot, so this is what we'll do. We'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to block. So I'll put a green dot to show that she's blocking. And then one, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Goes to Monster's turn. Monster Controller is going to shift over to Renazuki. Actually, I'll look at the top 2 cards because I have the action to do it. So another back kick. Yeah, we'll do Ravenous. So Ravenous will activate. It's going to be closest survivor with consumable gear, but that's nobody. And then closest survivor in field of view, which would have been her. It honestly doesn't matter what result I get, because it's 2 speed and I have 2 block, so even if I hit with both attacks, it won't matter. So we'll automatically block, and then it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's going to do 2 damage to the arms. And then knock her down. Okay. It's going to be our turn. I'm going to start with... I'll start with Racing. She's going to shout up Tojiko. I'm sorry, Tojiko, but you're gonna need to pull some work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck. So what I'm going to do this time, it specifically says just activate. So I don't. Let me check. I think I could see if I can find this out. Okay, yes you can. You can use Blood Paint to activate a shield for block. So I'm not going to attack with the shield, I'm just going to attack with the guitars and then block with the shield, which is what I should have done before. So 3d10, I hit on 5s. 2 hits. And I already stated, if I get freaking the trap card again, I'm just going to reshuffle. Alright. Bad news is, are you insane? You are not insane. Good for you. Otherwise, alright, if the attacker's insane, cancel hits and end their attack, otherwise they suffer 1 brain damage. Well, that sucks too, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, so I have to strike this one first, which is going to use up my specialization, which kind of sucks. But that's fine. So, 1d10, plus 2 for armor, plus 3 for that, plus 5 for being amazing. Alright. Alright, that is a wound to the eye. Shank next. That's a wound to the shank. Alright. Got that going. Next. And then she's now blocking, so I'll make a note that she is blocking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, I'm going to attack with this. 2d10, hit on 6s. 1 perfect hit, which means it's now slowed. Top card. Giant Mouth. Alright. 1d10 plus 3 plus 5. Alright, that is a wound. Thankfully, it wasn't a fail. So as long as the die result was not a 1 or a 2, I'm good to go. So, top card. That is a wound to that location. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and have Raisin. No, I'm actually going to move up Rinazuki and attack with his reach weapon. So 2d10, hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Yep, I hit on 5s. Okay. Rump and ear. Also, I completely forgot about his specialization. So Axe specialization is he can reroll wound attempts. I don't think he's failed any wound attempts, so I think he's good to go. So, alright, I'll go for ear first. 1d10 plus 4 plus... I think you're 4 as well, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, plus 5, actually. Alright, 1d10 plus 9 in total. Alright, that is a wound. That was to the ear first. Alright. Next is the rump. Wound to the rump. And then it's going to turn monster to face away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. Face away, okay. So I can go in either direction, but I'll just go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then that is it for that. Then it's going to be Raisin. Raisin is within range thanks to the extra range of the stone face. So 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Okay. Tiny Restless Hands and Giant Tongue. I'll go for Tongue first. 1d10 plus 6. She's the only one that can actually fail a wound result without rolling a nat 1. Alright, that is a wound to that location. Top card. Oh, and if the wound result is even, run range damage. If the wound result is odd, gain 1 insanity. It has an odd roll. So she gets 1 insanity. And then next is the Tiny Restless Hands. Alright. Alright, that's a wound there as well. And That is pretty much everything. Okay. That was better. We're at 5. We have gotten no crits. Ringo is now a monster controller. Speaking of, Ringo, what is your state? Not the worst. Okay. Goes monster controller. I've already shuffled. Top card is Ram, furthest threat in range. Furthest threat in range is... technically, Runazuki. Actually, technically, it's Racing. It is Racing. Well, be very glad that there's that freaking -1 speed. Vroom. Alright, so it's 8 spaces. Or I moved 7 spaces, rather. And I'm at -1 speed because of the perfect hit I got with the mace, so it's just going to be 1 attack, thankfully. And it hits on... Racing has 2 evasion, 1 evasion, and she has monster grease. So that's hits on 6s. So that's a miss. So good for her. Next, it's going to be Diabolical. I'm going to let it hit me, I think, because I want to actually. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I go, yeah, I'm gonna take it because I want to stay in range. So 2 damage to the arms. Are you serious? Well, it's gonna knock her down, but at least it won't kill. It won't break her arm. All right, this does knock her down, but for multiple reasons. All right, and then this wears off. All right, it's our turn. No longer blocking. All right. Runazuki's actually in the way. So I'll go ahead and use Ringo's last point to go ahead and shout her back up, because she's the only person that can help us. We'll make our 2 shots, hitting on 4s. Both missed. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2. I think we'll do that and block. Actually, that's a better idea. So our setup was this originally. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do that. Then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And then shield block. Okay. Monster controller is going to shift again. Longest fight ever. If we hadn't gotten the ticks, we would have been okay. But, yeah, the ticks screwed us. Alright, so monster controller. Chow down. Discard, and then do basic action. And then closest. There's no knockdown survivors. So it's just going to graze. And it's going to full move forward in a straight line. And then it's going to do it again because... Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's going to go forward, and then it's going to go back because of Diabolical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 2 damage to the waist. Well, she's going to be laying down. Not much I can do about that. Alright, now it's our turn. Oh, and... yeah, that was it. Okay. Whew. So... Runazuki will go here first. Actually, how's Tojiko doing? Yeah, not a good start. Ringo. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We'll make an attack with Rinazuki. 2 attacks, hitting on 5s. Perfect hit and a regular hit. He doesn't have the red connection, so he's not going to get the auto wound, unfortunately. Alright. Don't have to worry about that. Okay. We'll start with the spasm first. 1d10 plus 9. That's a wound, not a crit, because he has minus luck. Not that it matters, because Ferocious Spasm doesn't have a location. Next is the shoulder. Failed a wound, so that doesn't trigger. Oh, actually, he is specialized. But I'm going to check real quick to see if he can actually do it. Intracranial hemorrhage. Okay, he can still use his specializations. So I'll reroll it. And that's a wound. Alright. Next, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. 2d10 hitting on 6s, just like before. 1 hit, top card. Muzzle, I get plus 2 luck. Good for her. 1d10 plus 3 plus, is it 5? Yep, 5. Plus 5. That is a crit to the muzzle. You shock the beast with a blow to the face, the monster is knocked down. Okay. Also, anytime that she rolls a perfect hit, she's actually getting a bunch of like extra wound damage chances because of her specialization, but she already has such a high strength it doesn't matter. Alright, and then Ringo, you have no survival left, so it's going to go down to Tojiko. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to activate Blood Paint. One of them is just going to be used for blocking. I mean, I could go for gold. I could try to go all 3, or all 4 attacks and see if that works. But I'm just going to use the Qatar. I hit on 3s, 2 hits, 1 perfect. Of course. Of freaking course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is really bad. I'm going to get trampled. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tojiko is going to freaking brain trauma. Ringo is not going to brain trauma, but she's going to get a disorder in a second. And she dies from brain trauma, so that is it for Tojiko. There goes our new person. Good job. I see why no one wants to fight this thing. This thing is such a pain. Alright, well, there goes Tojiko. It goes further. It goes away from the attacker, and what's going to end up happening here is it's going to suffer a random disorder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, pretty much all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I'll roll hit locations. Racing first. Waste. Ringo next. Waste. And then disorders for both of them. Racing first. Squeamish. You cannot depart with any stinky gear in your gear grid if a status or effect makes you blah 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 blah. You can't handle bad smells. Alright. That was Squeamish. Great. And then anxiety. At the start, okay. Alright. Now it's it's monster. Hey everyone, Depressed Eeyore from the future. Unfortunately, I completely, in my frustrations of just the entire fight in general, I completely forgot that Tojiko had a reroll. As of this recording from the future, I have already done the showdown as well as the settlement phase. I'm not going to give the results of any of it. So I'm just going to leave her dead. Really sucks, but it was my mistake, so I will just accept that and just keep moving forward. So just want to let you guys know. Goes to racing. Ram, furthest right in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 attacks. Good luck, Renazuki, because any of these hits will potentially kill you. 2d10. One's going to hit, the other one is going to miss. His total evasion is freaking 6 right now in tall grass. But alright. It's going to be, looks like arms. Okay. The damage would have been freaking 8 or something like that, so... Alright, and then 1d10. 3. Bleeding, gain 2 bleed tokens. Alright. It's our turns. Ringo gets up. Racing gets up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We'll reshuffle all this. Alright. Racing will shout up Renazuki. Renazuki will step to the side and make an attack. 2 attacks, hitting on 5s. 1 hit, top card. Okay, so that's the shank, not a big deal. 1d10 plus 9. That's a wound. Alright, so all that's left is Ram, which is the worst one. Alright, and then Racing will fire her shots. 2 shots hitting on 6s. 1 hit, top card. Shoulder. 1d10 plus 6. Is that a wound? Nope, that is a fail to wound. That's a fail to wound. It's 10 toughness on a level 2. So she needs to do a minimum of 4. Oh, actually, we couldn't even do any of that. I forgot about Diabolical. Again. So let's just handle that real quick. It would have been 2 damage to his Renazuki's body. 1, 2. One second. I'll do a bunch of undos because I just screwed that up like crazy. Okay, so it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You would still be. And then 1, 2. Yeah, I can't even get there. Okay. Which means Ram is going to be next, which is bad. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, he can't avoid it. He is going to get hit again. Alright, well. Have fun, Renazuki. Alright, so if that's the case, I'm actually not going to shout him back up, for one thing. We'll rewind the this, which is going to be Chow Down, I believe. Yeah, Chow Down. We'll put these back on top in the order that they were drawn. And, okay, now it's our turn again. And there's not much we can do. All I can do is try to prepare for the Diabolical charge. So do that. Alright, so Monster's turn is going to do Chow Down and then Basic Action, which is going to target the closest knockdown survivor in range. Which is going to be Renazuki, unfortunately. 3 attacks. 1 hit. Body. Then charge with Diabolical, which is going to do another 2 damage to his body. And then I have to roll for severe injury for him. 4. Gaping Chest Wound, -1 permanent strength, gain a bleeding token. At this point, it's just a game to see how many wound injuries we can give him. Alright. It is now our turn. Oh, Monster Controller would have been on Renezuki, actually. So Renezuki would have actually gotten an Insanity. Good for him. Alright. Now, everyone will get back up. I didn't... Okay, so yeah, everything else is fine. Okay, so I will start with 2d10 from Ringo. Get my 1 attack here. I'm not in the back, so I don't have to worry about that nonsense. 1d10 plus 8, I think it is. Alright, critical hit. If insane, you may spend 5 survival to treasure this moment forever. Gain +1 permanent movement. I don't have that, and I'm not insane. But I do get a Screaming Antelope resource. And now she can get +1 insanity. Boop. Is it random? No, choice. Okay. So we got that. And then this gets shuffled. And done that. And then we go back to firing arrows. So 2d10 hits on 6s. 1 hit. That'll be this location. Restless Shoulder. 1d10 plus 6. As a wound. Alright, so now it's down to basic actions. Which basic action, like literally, we're just going to end up getting this thing in a corner. Ringo, what state are you in? Okay, she can take a charge. And Renezuki is just going to go 1, 2, 3. And yeah, monster's turn. Monster Controller is going to shift over to Ringo. It's going to do basic action. There's no knockdown survivors. It's going to graze. It's going to charge 4 because there's no grass. It's now going to turn this way, charge down. Whew. And 2 damage to the waist for Ringo. And knockdown. Okay. And then it's going to be our turn, so I'm going to go ahead and shout her back up with Racing. Oh, also, we lost the evasion token a while ago. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's it for her. Or him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Monster's turn. It's going to graze, charge forward. No targets. It's going to charge forward for Diabolical. I don't remember which order it is. It doesn't matter at this point. We'll go ahead and move Renezuki up. Renezuki will make 2 attacks. Actually. Yeah, no, actually, it'll be with Racing. So 2d10 with Racing, hitting on that. Top card. Alright. 1d10 plus 6. Alright, that's a wound, that's a kill. Alright. God, that was not fun. Alright, Renezuki levels up. Ringo levels up. Racing levels up. Alright, I'll roll for Renezuki first, 2d10. I actually have to look this one up because I very rarely get to this point. Renezuki is a survivor. He lives up to the name. 13. 1 random fighting art. Well, that's boring, but okay. Shuffle, draw, Clutch Fighter. Hey, that would have helped him. Clutch Fighter is the one where you get bonuses when you're bleeding a bunch. Alright, and then next is Ringo. Ringo got 16, which is also a random fighting art for that particular level. Thrill Seeker, so gets additional survival, which actually would be kind of useful for her. So I think part of the reason is I wasted a lot of survival just picking herbs and stuff, I probably shouldn't have done that. But even then, I got so many trap cards. Like there's no preparing for that. Every time a trap card hits, it's 4 brain damage to everyone that's around it. It's just brutal. All right, and then for Racing, 13, which is a random fighting art. Everyone gets fighting arts. Leader on Racing. Also, all the times I've been shouting people up, I should have... Actually, it wouldn't have mattered. It was Racing that was doing it. But now at least I guess it makes sense that she did all the shouting. And gets the ability that powers that up. Alright, so that takes care of that. I'll go ahead and put this away. While I remember. Alright. And then this goes away. Alright, so... It's 6 and 7, I believe is the numbers. 6 and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, why aren't you freaking... Alright, whatever. Alright, so this is what all we get. Cyclops Fly is just not useful. Got a ton of bone. We actually have enough stuff to play around with to get Beast Knuckles now if we really want them. Get dual-wielding Beast Knuckles and go from there. Which, paired weapons with freaking... Blood Paint is a special level of ridiculous. With the full White Lion set and Beast Knuckles, it would be 8 attacks, essentially, which is a quick way of getting the trap card. We do get a Survivor of our choice gets 1 Insanity, so I'll give it the Ringo. Alright. Alright, this is what we're looking at. Looks like, yeah, a lot of resources. The problem is we don't actually have any iron to play around with for the lantern set. That's okay. Alright, that is it. Unfortunately, we lost Tojiko. If I had used the Beacon Shield to block instead of attack, she would have probably done a lot better. But even then it wouldn't have mattered. I would have died from the trauma. So in the end, it was just bad all around. So Tojiko didn't even last 1 year. But it is what it is. Okay. Well, with all that said and done, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and call this a video, and when we come back, we'll do the settlement phase. I'm the Depressed Hero. This was Kingdom Death Monster 1.5. See you guys next time.